Central Virginia's longest-running high school academic quiz show. Battle of the Brains, presented by Virginia 529 College Savings Plan. And now, host Cheryl Miller.
Hello and good morning. Thanks so much for joining us for Battle of the Brains. I'm Cheryl Miller. We're excited to be able to bring you a brand new season of Battle. And as with a lot of things these days, due to the pandemic, we have had to make some changes to the way our academic challenge is played. Our competition still welcomes teams from schools all across the Commonwealth of Virginia. Joining us remotely, today's teams are the Cavaliers of Clover Hill High School, coached by Vince Eichley. Part of the Chesterfield County Public School System, Clover Hill is in Midlothian community. Clover Hill houses the Mathematics and Science Specialty Center and the school's World Language Department. Also with us remotely today, the Blue Devils of Fork Union Military Academy, coached by James Benson and Steve Masick. Fork Union Military Academy is a private all-male college preparatory military school located in Fluvanna County. Founded in 1898, Fork Union is one of the premier military boarding academies in the United States. And it's good to have these students here with us remotely today. And because we can't all be together, here is how our gameplay has changed. We will have toss-up rounds, but questions will be directed to each student and will alternate between the teams. And there will be no point deduction for incorrect answers. Teams, good to have you here. Let's start our first toss-up round. The first question goes to Clover Hill High School and Kyle. His act leads to the clearing of the mist, followed by a lack of wind. Name this character that shoots an albatross in a poem by Samuel Taylor Coleridge.
I do not know.
That would be the Ancient Mariner. Fork Union, Jackson. In the foreground of this painting is a richly dressed woman with dark hair, crossed hands, and an enigmatic smile. What is this early 16th century portrait by Leonardo da Vinci?
Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa is correct. Clover Hill High School, Jake. The equator divides the northern and southern hemispheres. What divides the eastern and western hemispheres?
The prime meridian.
That is correct, or the international date line. Fork Union, Chris. This body of water, said to have been created in part by the drowning of the Susquehanna River Valley, was also discovered to have been formed partially by the collision of a meteor with Earth. Name it.
The Hudson Bay.
That would be the Chesapeake Bay. Clover Hill, Jackson. Who became president of the United States after the assassination of James Garfield?
Would it be Polk?
That would be Chester A. Arthur. Fork Union, Andy. After escaping and discovering a fortune, the newly ennobled Edward Dantes returned to seek revenge in what 1844 work by Alexander Dumas?
Inferno?
That would be the Count of Monte Cristo. Clover Hill, Keegan. Premiering in 2002, the three original judges on the show American Idol were Paula Abdul, Simon Cowell, and what musician and record producer?
I have no clue.
That would be Randy Jackson. Fork Union, Oliver. Identify the three-word trademark that designates the heavy-duty pneumatic tool used to cut through and pry apart crumpled metal of a wrecked vehicle to free trapped accident victims.
No idea.
That would be the Jaws of Life. Clover Hill, Kyle. Helena is the capital city of which western U.S. state?
Missouri.
That would be Montana. Fork Union, Jackson. What Illinois Democrat, the son of an American mother and Kenyan father, was elected to the U.S. Senate in November 2004?
Barack Obama.
That is correct. Clover Hill, Jake. What search engine, whose icon is a compass, is proprietary to iPhones and iMacs?
Safari.
Repeat for me, please.
Safari.
That is correct. Fork Union, Chris. Congas are in what family of musical instrument?
Drums.
That is correct, or percussion. Clover Hill, Jackson. What is the name of the ratio that is an irrational number equal to 1 plus the square root of 5 divided by 2? It's called the golden ratio or golden section. Fork Union, Andy. It is becoming appallingly clear that our technology has surpassed our humanity. This was said by what scientist who was instrumental in describing the theories of light relativity and molecular motion?
Einstein.
That is correct, Albert Einstein. Clover Hill, Keegan. Abraham Lincoln's election as President of the United States triggered the Southern states' secession. How many states actually seceded from the Union?
13.
It was 11. And that buzzer is the end of our first toss-up round. Coming up next, we'll take a moment and meet today's players, and then they'll take on the category round here on Battle of the Brains. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Battle of the Brains, presented by Virginia 529 College Savings Plan.
Here are the scores following the first toss-up round here on Battle of the Brains. Clover Hill High School with 20 points, Fork Union Military Academy with 40 points. We'll get back to our match just ahead, but first we want to introduce you to today's players. Let's start with our team from Clover Hill High School and the Mathematics and Science Specialty Center at Clover Hill High School. First up is Kyle Vallerose, who is a senior. He says he enjoys cooking and intends to study musical composition for his undergraduate degree. Next up is the team's captain, Jake Wood. Jake is a senior. His hobbies include playing basketball, tennis, and golf, and plans to major in business. Also on the team from Clover Hill High School, Jackson Eichley, who is a senior. His hobbies include basketball and rock climbing. After he graduates from high school, he'd like to travel Europe, especially Rome. And wrapping up the team from Clover Hill High School is Keegan Menke, who is a senior. He enjoys swimming, he likes to do math and make good jokes, and he plans to study physics at college. That's our team from Clover Hill High School. Gentlemen, good to have you here with us playing on our show today. Now let's meet our team from Fork Union Military Academy. The Blue Devils are coached by James Benson and Steve Masick. First up is Jackson Priedes, who is a sophomore from Charlottesville, Virginia. He's a member of the school's cross-country and track and field teams. Jackson likes to read, write, and watch movies. Our team captain from Fork Union is Chris Merlo, who is a senior from New Fairfield, Connecticut. He's a member of the school's cross-country team and would like to attend college and study engineering. Next up is Andy Bowie, is a senior from Santa Ana, California. Andy is a member of the school's track and field team and would like to study computer science. He enjoys photography and playing League of Legends. And wrapping up our team from Fork Union is Oliver Graham, who is a sophomore from Frederick, Maryland. He's on the school's wrestling team and also plays tennis. In his free time, Oliver likes to play spike ball, read, and cook. That is our team from Fork Union Military Academy. Gentlemen, good to have you here with us as well. And now for our category round. Each team will select one 10-question category from today's choices. If a team gets all of its questions correct in the allotted time, they'll receive a 20-point bonus. Teams, here are today's categories from which you may choose. They are begins with RH, Latin phrases, and how many of these? And we do note that in this round, only the captains can officially answer for the teams, though they may confer with their teammates to try to come up with the correct answers. And the team that is in the lead right now will get first choice of category. That is Fork Union. So, Chris, quickly talk it over with your teammates and let me know what you would like to play.
Hello, what do you want to do?
How many of these?
How many of these? Yeah. Cheryl, choose how many of these?
All right, tell me how many of these specific things there are in relation to each of these cues. The first is dots or pips on a standard die.
Six. Is it 6?
There are actually 21 total. How many Olympic rings?
5.
5 is correct. Wives of Henry VIII.
That would be 3.
There are 6. Legs on a spider.
8.
8 is correct. Chronicles of Narnia.
3, I want to say.
7?
7.
7 is correct. pints in a gallon?
It's got to be like 4 or 8.
It's 8.
8.
8 is correct. Lines in a sonnet?
9. Go with 9.
9.
14. Lives of a cat?
9.
9.
9 is correct. Permanent members of the United Nations Security Council?
7.
7.
There are 5. And finally, how many days of Christmas?
12.
12 is correct. All right, good on the counting there on how many of those. That's our team from Fork Union Military Academy. Now Clover Hill High School gets their choice of category, either begins with RH or Latin phrases. Jake, talk it over with your team quickly and let me know what you'd like to play.
You guys want to do Latin phrases?
I don't know, man. How many do
Nah.
Alright,
Yeah,
let's do,
let's do RH.
say RH?
Begins with RH.
All right, identify these things that begin with the letters RH. First is forms the Switzerland-Liechtenstein border.
The Rhineland, I think.
My answer is the Rhine.
The Rhine
Rhine.
River is correct. Equilateral parallelogram is called this.
Rhombus.
My answer is rhombus.
Correct. The art of persuasive speaking.
Rhetoric.
My answer is rhetoric.
Correct. The 17th Greek letter.
Don't know your Greek alphabet.
Fast.
My answer is just pass, I guess.
That would be rho, R-H-O. Primate that gave RH factor its name.
You guys want to go with rhinoceros?
Is a rhinoceros a primate?
It is now.
Alright, my answer is rhinoceros.
That would be a rhesus monkey. Queen's song, Bohemian what?
Rhapsody.
My answer is rhapsody.
That is correct. An imitation diamond.
Red diamond.
My answer is red diamond.
That would be a rhinestone. A type of arthritis.
Rheumatoid.
My answer is rheumatoid.
Correct. Mammal with horns on the nose and thick folded skin.
My answer is rhinoceros.
That's your rhinoceros. And finally, we won't get to that. We are out of time. Good job by our teams on the categories. Up next, we'll have another toss-up round when we return here on Battle of the Brains.
Welcome back to Battle of the Brains, presented by Virginia 529 College Savings Plan.
Here are the scores following the category round here on Battle of the Brains. Clover Hill High School with 50 points and Fork Union Military Academy with 70 points. And now it's back to Battle of the Brains and another toss-up round. Again, for this season, our questions are being directed to individual players, alternating between teams, and no point deductions for incorrect answers. All right, teams, we're going to start this toss-up union with Fork Union Academy, and Oliver, you get the first question. I can't even say the word. Magnanimity refers to generosity of spirit. Spell magnanimity.
Magnanimity.
That is incorrect. It's Magnanimity. Magnanimity. All right, Clover High School. Kyle, what American writer of spy and military novels created the character Jack Ryan as first portrayed in films by Alec Baldwin and Harrison Ford?
Tom Clancy.
That is correct. All right, Fork Union. Jackson, in his literary travels, name the country where Lemuel Gulliver was captured by its 6-inch tall citizens.
Big Net.
That would be the other one, Lilliput. All right, Clover Hill High School. What French, this is to Jake. What French artist's painting Impression Sunrise is credited with the start of the Impressionist movement?
Monet.
That is correct, Claude Monet. Fork Union, Chris. How many movements does a classical symphony usually have?
9.
There are 4. Clover Hill High School, Jackson. There are 2 types of camels. The dromedary, or one hump, is one. What is the name given to the 2-hump camel?
I don't know.
It's called a Bactrian camel. Fork Union, Andy. The Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles, New York Giants, and Washington football team play in which conference and division in the National Football League?
Western Division 1.
They play in the NFC East. Clover Hill, Keegan. Much to his consternation, Sir Alex Guinness was not remembered as well for his roles in Dr. Zhivago or Lawrence of Arabia as he was for portraying what Jedi Master in a galaxy far, far away?
Qui-Gon Jinn.
He played the original Obi-Wan Kenobi. All right, Fork Union, Oliver. Noticeable when listening to terrestrial radio, name the effect in which 2 superimposed waves combine constructively or destructively.
Superwave?
That would be interference. Clover Hill, Kyle. What word identifies both a creeping perennial grass and a self-governing British colony in the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of North Carolina?
Outer Banks.
And that would be Bermuda. Fork Union, Jackson. Captain Cold and Mirror Master are nemeses of what comic book character's alter ego who is Barry Allen?
The Flash.
The Flash is correct. All right, Clover Hill, Jake. The first of a trilogy, this 21st century novel by Stieg Larsson was originally entitled Man som harar kvinnor. By what English name do we know this book?
Lord of the Rings.
That would be The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. All right, Fork Union, Chris. The tallest mountain of Turkey is what peak that may also be the landing place of Noah's Ark?
Mount Sinai?
Repeat for me, please.
Mount Sinai?
It would be Mount Ararat. And that buzzer means the end of this toss-up round, and we have one more toss-up round to come, and then we'll have today's winner here on Battle of the Brains. Stay right here.
Welcome back to Battle of the Brains, presented by Virginia 529 College Savings Plan.
Here are the scores now as we head into this final round on Battle of the Brains. And for this fight, the scores are Clover Hill High School with 70 points and Fork Union with 80 points. Close match going into our final round here on Battle of the Brains. And now for this final toss-up round, the point score for a correct answer is doubled, and there is no deduction for an incorrect answer. And again, in this virtual version of Battle of the Brains, we will direct questions to individual students and alternate between teams. We're going to start this round with Clover Hill High School, and Jackson, you get the first question. What is the name of the protein that carries oxygen in human blood? And that would be hemoglobin. Fork Union, Andy. This king of the northern kingdom of Israel is best known for his marriage to Jezebel, the daughter of the Phoenician king who spread the word of Baal into Israel. Who is this king?
Abraham.
That would be King Ahab. All right, Clover Hill, Keegan. The era of good feeling took place during the term of which American president?
James Monroe.
That is correct. Fork Union, Oliver, you may need your pencil and paper for this one. The product of 2 consecutive odd integers is equal to 675. What are these 2 integers? And the answer we were looking for is 25 and 27. Clover Hill, Kyle. What is the name of the structure which overlies the midbrain and the brainstem and is common to all mammals?
The cerebellum.
It would actually be the cerebrum. Fork Union, Jackson. Name the author of such works as The Third Wife of George Copeland, Meridian, and the 1982 Pulitzer Prize winner, The Color Purple.
I do not know.
That would be Alice Walker. Clover Hill, Jake. A classic example of this theory is a religious group whose prophecy fails to come true, forcing members to deal with the conflict of data and beliefs. Name this concept in which one feels discomfort when faced with contradictory experiences.
Ageless?
It's called cognitive dissonance. Fork Union, Chris. This 1937 Cubist work was created after bombing of a Basque town during the Spanish Civil War. Name this painting by Pablo Picasso.
Self-portrait.
It's called Guernica. Clover Hill, Jackson. An outlier is a value far from others in a data set. Spell outlier.
O-U-T-L-I-E-R.
That is correct. Fork Union, Andy. Repeated several times in a popular holiday song, how does one say Merry Christmas in Hawaiian?
I don't know.
That would be Mele Kalikimaka. Clover Hill, Keegan. Annie Clark is the real name of what pop singer, songwriter, and guitarist?
I have no clue.
She goes by the name Saint Vincent. Fork Union, Oliver. Including wisdom teeth, what is the number of permanent teeth normally found in the mouth of an adult human?
28.
That would be 32. Clover Hill, Kyle. Who was John McCain's running mate in the 2008 presidential election?
Sarah Palin.
That is correct. Fork Union, Jackson. You may need your pencil and paper. How old is Mr. Walker if he is 16 years shy of 40?
He'd be 72.
He would be 64. A score is 20 years. Clover Hill, Jake. Future NFL Hall of Fame quarterback Tom Brady is on the roster for what team in 2020?
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That is correct. And that buzzer is the end of our game. While our judges double-check the final score, we do want to remind you how to stay connected with Battle of the Brains. To find out more about our show, just log on to battleofthebrains.net. You'll also find Battle of the Brains on Facebook and full episodes of our show on our YouTube page. And as we continue round one of our new season of Battle, join us next week when we virtually welcome teams from West Point High School in King William County and Dinwiddie High School in Dinwiddie County. And now here's the final score for today's match, determining which team will continue on in this season's competition. Our team from Fork Union Military Academy ends the round with 80 points. Good job today by Jackson, Chris, Andy, and Oliver. Going on to the next round, congratulations to Clover Hill High School, a final score of 150 points. Congratulations to Kyle, Jake, Jackson, and Keegan. We'll see you guys later on in the season. I'm Cheryl Miller. Thanks for watching and playing along on Battle of the Brains. We'll see you back here next Saturday morning. Thanks, teams.
Battle of the Brains, presented by Virginia 529 College Savings Plan.